Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I am at the Fitzgerald, Georgia Fall Festival Day, and you can see behind me there are plenty of tents with food, arts and crafts, vendors, all sorts of stuff. But today I am here for the antique tractor show, so let's go see what we got. Well, I've already made the walkthrough, and there are all colors, all shapes, all sizes here, so hopefully you'll find something you can enjoy. And I hope the sun is not too bright. But here we're going to start off with a 1946 Oliver 70 row crop tractor. And I'll come up on the back side of them too. Here we have a Minneapolis Moline R. Alice Chalmers WC, class of 1948. Have a John Deere Model B right here. Coming up on another Oliver, but this one's a 66. And closing out here on this first row on the front side is a John Deere 40 and a 4020. I'll tell you what, I just love the yellow seats and the yellow canopies of old. I just think John Deere went away when they started taking away too much of the yellow. I think it's Gary from Tractor Talk with Gary. He's got a John Deere with a yellow canopy, and I always tell him all the time, I just love that yellow canopy. We'll come around here on the back side of some of these. There's something on the back of these, some of these, that I just love the old engineering, the old ingenuity they put into them, and that's how they stamped in on the axles the name of the companies. See here on this Oliver, they got Oliver row crop stamped in. And then on the back of the John Deere, got John Deere stamped in. I just think that's neat that they take that extra little pizzazz into trying to advertise their product. And then what I like about this one, if you wanted to move your drawbar over, just unbolt it, move your drawbar to one side. And this is one thing, and it depends on what you're doing with it. I know, like on our pecan harvesters, we'll move that drawbar from the center all the way over to the right side to where we can offset the pecan harvester a little bit more. This Oliver here has the same option to do that. Of course, in this John Deere, has a buddy seat built onto it, a buddy seat and a buddy stand, so that's pretty ingenious. Now, if you've watched our videos, you know we are a Gravely family when it comes to lawnmowers. And Gravely has been around for years. I don't know how many years, but I know they have been around for years, so I think this is the second Gravely yard tractor that I have ever seen in person. So pretty cool to look at. And here with my favorite color, here we start off with the McCormick Farmall C wide front versus this McCormick Deering Farmall that's got the tricycle front. Followed by a Case VAC, another tricycle front. Followed by another Oliver row crop, and this one's an 88, so that is three different styles of Oliver row crops that we have seen so far in this video. Followed by another Alice Chalmers WD. And I hope y'all can see, because I can't see squat in this screen because of the sun. So here's a John Deere. Don't know what model it is yet, but I did hear the gentleman telling somebody else that the rear tires are the original tires from World War II, that this is a three-owner tractor, and that they had kept the rear tires on there. So that's pretty cool. Here's another John Deere, and I love these old steel wheels that have the rubber treads bolted to them. It's another McCormick Deering Farmall. We just saw a red one, now we see the gray one, followed by a HV. Another Farmall with a seat over to the side with one tire at the front. John Deere 40. There's a Ford 9600. Looks pretty. Followed by Oliver. I can't tell by that model what that Oliver is. I'll look when we come up the backside, I'll tell you. Followed by a newer model Massey Ferguson 240. Okay, this Oliver is a 1650. Did see that. But what I wanted to show you on this Ford 9600 is it's a 1974 model. In 1974, it cost $17,300, which was still a chunk of change in 1974. And it's equivalent to today's market, it would be $130,000. And I can tell you, the bushel of a price of corn or whatever in 1974 was really no higher than it is today. But you look at how much more that tractor costs. And that's why the family farmers are going out of business. They just can't keep paying these high prices on farm equipment. So just keep the American farmer in your prayers. Okay, we'll come up the back row of these right here. Find interesting on these Ford that the arms are construction yellow. So that's an interesting combination there. I don't think really there's going to be anything fancy on the back side of any of these, except for this Farmall here does have a buddy stand if somebody wanted to stand and ride with you. You know, one thing about these tractors, that seat is so far to the rear that, man, you pop the wheels on that thing, you could be fell over backwards in a hurry. Yeah, you can tell these tires here are World War II. It has got some age to it. Almost about to fall apart. But that goes to show the manufacturing ingenuity of stuff back in those years, because I can guarantee you new tires will not last as long as these tires right here do. This one's set up for plowing, but the plows are not there. This one's had a hydraulic pump and all added to it. I like on these tractors how they put these jars in here with the opposing color tractor in there. And on my little International, I do have a plastic see-through bowl, but mine's upright. But it's still, I need to find me a little John Deere to put in there. Well, I've walked around this a couple of times to try to determine if it was an Allis-Chalmers or an old Case. I'm going to assume a Allis-Chalmers, but Bryce Weiberger, if you're watching this, you can chime in and tell us what it is. There is no serial plate, so nothing to look at that give me any clue of what this is. And we'll you can see right there by the two John Deeres, that's Chris Cannon. You've met him a couple of times before, and we have seen his G before, but never seen his A. So he's walking away, so I might try to get him in here to give us a history on his Model A right there. But here's a International Farmall 140. In the dairy farm I grew up on, we had one of these that we mowed grass with, and also pulled a hay rake with it. and it served its purpose well. This one's got new tires, and again, just like the John Deere's with the yellow seats, I love these white and red seats. Them very colors just make things pop. Nice looking tractor right there. And over here behind it, we got a B model. So I got Chris over here by his A, so let's see if he can give us some history on it. Okay, folks, I'm back, and in front of you, you see Chris Cannon, and you've met Chris at least twice before. And as I just told you, we've seen this G now 2 or 3 times now. So here we are with his A, and he's going to give us a little history on the A, and then he's going to get on it, crank it up, and go load it up. So, Chris, what you want to tell us?
Well, this is Granddaddy's 1937A. He came by this one. He bought it from a guy in Broxton in the 90s, and he was going to trade the G to that guy for the A, but he ended up just buying it instead. He kept it a few years and got rid of it either right before or right after I was born, because I don't have any memories of it from when I was little. He sold it to a guy up above Abbeville, and he kept it for about 25 years. And then I found out about it. His son still had a bunch of the old tractors, was looking to get rid of some, and this was one of the ones he wanted to part with. I went up there, I had a look at it. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a project, but that's okay. I came back to get it. I paid $1,500 for it, and now this tractor has held its value so well over the years. So Granddaddy bought it for $1,500, sold it for $1,500, and then I bought it for $1,500, which is kind of rare.
Would you sell it for $1,500?
Oh no, this thing's priceless.
I don't blame you, being it's a family owned.
Now that it's back, it's gonna stay.
Yep.
So when I got it home, half the restoration on this thing was just pressure washing it and putting tires on it. And the tires ended up being more than the tractor itself. I had to get both back tires replaced and one front. I bought the tires and paid the guy to put them on, which I would say it was worth it. I hate having to try and take the tires off on this thing. But since I've had it, I've done a carburetor rebuild on it, I've done a magneto rebuild on it, and now it starts up reliably. I could only start it in the afternoons, but I was able to crank it up this morning no problem and get it off the trailer. Although it doesn't like to be started up and shut off a bunch of times in succession. It's got to cool down a little bit. It gets a little tough to start up once it's hot. And I'm actually just about to go load this thing up. Since we're going to parade, I might as well go on and put it up. So what we're going to do, I'm going to open the petcocks on either side of the block. Close the full choke, and turn the gas on. Take the choke off.
Got you on the spot now.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Camera shot.
There we go. continue our tour here while Chris loads that up. So here we are at a Ford Workmaster 741. It's a 1957 model, 48.4 horsepower, followed by a John Deere 620. Then Allis Chalmers B, and I still hope y'all can see this because I can't see crap. The sun is so bright out here and I didn't bring my sunglasses. Again, this Allis Chalmers B, followed by Farmall C, followed by Ford 961 Power Master. Got it cranked up. Everybody's lining up for the parades. They hurry up, finish up right here with these Cub Cadet yard tractors. I want one of these, but I don't know if I want a yellow Cub Cadet or if I want a red International. Don't know why I want one. I just do. Okay, you can see everybody getting them lined up for the parades. I'm gonna go figure out where the parade route is and get set up for that. This is one thing I like to see is the young kids taking an interest in this. That is a lifetime memory right there.